Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Bloody Jacob here. Meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel, Fantasy Lorenzo.
Wait, what did you say?
Fantasy Lorenzo.
Okay.
Have a good one. Mwah.
You guys better subscribe and watch my friend on his YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another review or general discussion. This time we're going to be talking about Sons of Anarchy Season 6. So yeah, finished Season 6 a little while ago. I'm actually almost done with the 7th and final season now. Only have 5 episodes left. It was just hard for me to stop and do a video on this because I just wanted to keep watching and seeing what's going to happen next. And I know lately I've been doing sort of those double season reviews, like I reviewed like 2 and 3 together, 4 and 5. I kind of wanted to stop doing that because it's hard to talk about details of one season, let alone 2. Also the fact that I know it's the last 2 seasons, so I felt like I should separate them and sort of, focus because I knew they're both going to be pretty big. So yeah, I really liked Season 6. I enjoy every episode, or every season of Sons of Anarchy. And I feel like I say this with every video I do on it, but Season 6 is probably one of the 2 or 3 best I've seen in this show. I have to think more about that once I've finished the series. But just with what happened here with Tara and Clay and everything like that, it has to be up there. And of course, a lot of the main antagonists this season coming from Galen. I like that being, tied back to the whole Irish type thing. That it's been, sort of pieced together for, for pretty much the whole series. So I like that being tied back. Clay being in prison. That led to some pretty good character stuff with him, especially by the end. I really like what they did with him in Season 5, or how they handled his character in Season 5. This is a good continuation of that, and I felt, well, if you guys haven't seen Season 6, I don't know why you're watching this video, so spoilers. But I thought Ron Perlman's character, Clay, he had a pretty fitting conclusion, which we'll talk more about in a couple minutes here. But I thought that was handled really well. And of course, what happened with Tara at the end, I would best compare that to, I don't know, like if you guys have watched Dexter. I think you might get some ideas when I mention that. But we actually seen a little bit more of how this exactly happened. So it was almost in a more like outright brutal fashion, I guess. And then we also had Donnell Logue in this one, sort of guest starring as a retired U.S. Marshal. A lot of you guys know him as, Bullock in the Gotham TV series on Fox, but he's done a lot of other stuff. He was a good, sort of a mini antagonist, for the season. I read something about him supposedly originally how he was going to be around longer or something like that. I don't know what happened with that. But I still thought what I ended up dealing with him and Otto, I still thought it worked pretty well. It made sense with how that went too, I think. And Kurt Sutter, of course, himself playing Otto, he did a pretty good job. And him sort of coming full circle with still protecting the club, but sort of leaving other things fairly the way he had to. And killing killing Donnell Logue's character in the process, I thought it still worked well. Although it would have been interesting to see what else they would have done with the character if he had been an even longer running threat. He also had Bobby a little bit more scarce this season because he had one up on his own, became sort of a nomad. It worked well back into itself, I think, as well. And you had Peter Weller guest starring this season too. I actually kind of enjoy his character, even more so in season 7 perhaps. I don't care for Kim Dickens too much. Maybe it's because of me not really caring for her portrayal of her character on Fear the Walking Dead now. But that's actually a fine job here, actually, as Colette. More to say about her in season 7 now. But I thought she was fine. And I also really, really like Jimmy Smits' character, Nero. I like that he's become a main, sort of a cast member of the show. Of course, mixed feelings on Gemma more than ever, but, I feel like he's one of the most likable, tries to be level-headed type of characters, along with characters like Bobby and Chibs, perhaps. I find him very likable. Of course, he was good on Dexter, but I think he gets to do even more here with the Nero character. And, so that kind of covers some of the bases, so I kind of wanted to talk about, and again, feel free to comment below and you can talk about, more specific points of it if you want to. It's no trouble at all. I just don't want to make the video like half an hour or an hour or something. Also, the guards, forced Clay and Gemma to do, to talk to each other, have sex in front of them. I hated that, just flashbacks to what happened with, the League in season 2. So there's that. And then he had should we talk about Tara or Clay first? Okay, why don't we talk about Clay? Besides him doing that preaching, which was really kind of funny to see, not just Ron Perlman, because he's played more off-the-wall characters before, but to see like a character like Clay Morrow jump up and start doing what he did there, to draw attention to himself. I thought that was pretty funny, oddly. But really, though, what happened with Clay in episode 11, I can see why IGN rated it as highly as they did. For some reason, they were more lukewarm on the rest of the season. I still thought it was a pretty good season besides this, but I think it was probably the best part of the season, really. Even Clay knew it was coming with the way they set him and Galen up, like they're going to work out a partnership or an arrangement with them. But Jack Sparrow chooses it to get all of them in one place. He shoots down Galen and his men. They keep Connor alive though to use that asset. Connor being a little bit more of a reasonable, decent guy. But after that, at that point, I think even when Clay was bailed out with the way they did that, Clay knew it was coming. And I just gotta say, Ron Perlman did a fantastic job throughout this whole SOA series, throughout all of Sam Crow. Just really a lot of really nice, intricate character work, and that combined with the writing for the character. Clay is really one of the best sort of antagonists or really anti-hero type characters you could ever have on a show, I think. And Ron Perlman, again, just knocked it out of the park. And so Jax killing the way he did was fair. It had to happen sooner or later. I just wasn't sure exactly when. And I like how Clay accepted it. He didn't try and fight it. He didn't try and argue with them. He just said, fair enough. And even season 7, I do like season 7, but I really miss, Clay's presence on the show. Although it's still there, but I miss him actually being alive, But what really, really worked with that, though, he didn't really say much to Gemma, but then right before Jack shoots him, he just turns his head a little bit and gives one last look at Gemma before he's shot and killed. And they, of course, make it look like, him and Galen had, solid beef and they killed each other and stuff. But that was about as fitting and as satisfying as a closing to Clay's character that I think we could have got. Because a lot of people think he got what he deserved, but I think he was a more complex character than that. Yeah, I'm not going to say he didn't deserve to die, but really they played on a lot of layers to the character all these years, and that last look with Gemma, I think, still hit me quite emotionally, and Gemma crying the way she did, I thought it was, really, really emotionally resonant, and I enjoyed that a lot. As far as Tara, Gemma thinking that, Tara had basically ratted on Jax in the club. But this part bugged me a little bit because Wayne told her about it, but he didn't know all the details yet. He didn't know what was going on. Wayne, knowing Gemma as well as he's supposed to, should have realized, oh wait, if I tell her this now without knowing everything, she's gonna flip and try to do something to Tara, because it's already almost happened like that. But Gemma goes off, and she ends up at first kind of drowning Tara in the sink, and then she uses this grill like fork type thing to I don't know what it's called, but she stabs her in the back of the head repeatedly. And you can see right before Juice and Roosevelt come in, she's just saying to herself, I had to do it. I basically didn't have a choice or whatever. But then, she finds out that Jax is turning himself in, and he was going to let Tara take the kids and give them that life. Some great stuff with Jax and Tara this season, and of course she died right after that. It was very hard to see that happen to Tara. I was frustrated with Tara as well at different points. To see that happen the way it did, very, very brutal. And now Gemma, she's wrestling with that in a couple different ways in Season 7. And pretty much after this, and with the way Season 7's going, there really can be no happy ending. Maybe a chance for a touch of bittersweet with some character, I don't know. But this is just laying the groundwork for a pretty grim conclusion, I think. But we'll see. But yeah, and then Juice coming in and helping Gemma cover it up, killing Roosevelt was pretty, surprising after, Roosevelt actually taking sympathy on him in the past. Taking Juice down a very different type of angle for Season 7. So, yeah, overall, Season 6 is probably one of the heaviest seasons by far. Really good. I don't know if I'd say it's overall better than Season 5. I'm not sure, because like I said, I really like what they did with Clay, and Season 5 really handled his character initially, after everything with that, and, Ope and everything. But, you can't really beat moments like with Clay's final episode and what happened to Tara. So it's hard to compare. But overall, I'm probably giving this an A- at lowest, but honestly, I just want to give it a straight up A. Just very, very good. Everything's reaching a natural, really intense point, but really high point at the same time. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it, giving it an A. I guys thought about Season 6 of Sons of Anarchy. So, yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.